No need for that. Let's not get carried away.
Oh.
Please stand for the invocation and the pledge.
Well, Lord, good afternoon. And Father, we welcome you to our council meeting tonight. And Lord, may your presence be felt by all of us. Lord, thank you for your grace and mercy towards all of us. We ask you, Lord, to be with us, guide us, Lord, in our discussions, our attitudes, and everything about the council. Lord, help us to do the right thing about all these issues and things that we deal with. We thank you, Father, for that and for your faithfulness. We give you honor and glory for it. In Christ's name, amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'd like to call this public hearing and work session to order on October the 7th, 2025. Before we get started, I did want to make an announcement to all the citizens here in Statham and around that the county is coming into this facility next Tuesday night for a visioning session that will start at 6 o'clock. And we would love to fill this room up and show Barrow County where all the great people are from. So it gives you an opportunity to come and vision on where you would like to see Barrow County in 2050. I hope I'm still here. So with that being said, I need to get approval for the minutes for the September 16th regular meeting and the September 26th special called meeting. I need a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve the September 16th regular meeting minutes and the September 26th special call meeting.
I'll second.
All in favor, show of hands. Thank you. Now we will begin with the reports. I need financial department to come forward.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. For the financial report today, I'll review the preliminary financial report through September 30th, pointing out any significant items worth noting. Please note that this does not capture the entire month's activities. I will start with the city's main operating fund, the general fund. At this point in the year, we are 25% or at the end of the first fiscal quarter. We have 11% of total revenues received, but that's okay because some of our largest revenue streams are not anticipated until October and November. The insurance premium tax is anticipated in October of each year, and property taxes won't pick up heavy until late October through November. Tax bills have gone to the printer and will be mailed on schedule and in compliance with the city's charter and ordinance. Other taxes collected in this first fiscal quarter are 12% of the annual budget, which is mostly TAVT, lost, and franchise fees. Licenses and permits are on pace for the year at 15% collected. This is due to building permits, as business license fees won't come in until spring 2026. Charges for services are currently at 27% of the budget from community center and downtown garbage revenues. Fines and forfeitures is at 23% of the budget, which is attributable to municipal court revenues. Miscellaneous revenue, which is mostly rental revenue, is also on track at 22% of the budget. For general fund expenditures, most of all the departments are on pace or below their year-to-date budgeted expenditure levels, with a few exceptions. Both legislative committees and parks have exceeded 25% of their budget. For legislative committees, this is primarily due to the Star Spangled Statham event, which occurs in the first fiscal quarter. For the Parks Department, it is due to the recent land purchase. A budget amendment will come mid-year to capture this activity. It is also worth noting that the year-to-date surplus reflected in the inspections and code enforcement departments is not representative of actual, but rather a timing of invoices not captured yet. Additional expenditures will be recorded as staff continue to process September invoices. Overall, general fund expenditures for the fiscal year are currently at 23% of the budget, which is on pace for the year. SPLOST and T-SPLOST revenues are at approximately 10% of the budget and have been received through July. For the utility fund, revenues are on pace at 46% of the budget. The utility departments combined are reporting expenditures at 12% of the annual budget. No significant activity is worth noting at this time. That concludes the September financial report. I look forward to any questions you have.
I have a question. Could you tell me where event revenue is reflected in this budget?
Yes, it's 112 Legislative Committee on
112.
page 1, that's the summary. And then 1, 2, 3.
It's right here,
Where is it?
right here.
Page
Yeah,
6,
112, yeah.
under expenditure, you'll see Department 112 Legislative Committees. And then events is 100-112-52338.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions? Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Please report.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I'll be giving the police report for the September the 1st through the 30th of 2025. Area checks, we had a total of 380, 166 incidents, 9 accidents, 4 arrests, 102 traffic stops, 19 citations, 96 reports was taken. Moving on to some of the better news in the city. Officer Foster and Officer Nora will be patrolling the city. They're actually certified and back a team and a partner. And then some of the pictures can speak for themselves from right to left. The first picture is just a picture that was taken at Pleasant Hill Church Road on some of the activity that was taken throughout the month of September. We also, on that same day, which is 9/11, the Methodist Church did an event that we represent the city of Statham. Smith Funeral Home did an event that same day. Also, I showed up at CFIT and had lattes with lifesavers that morning. The next picture, I'm not going to steal the thunder, but that's a picture from the Sunflower Festival from our table. The one right up under that one, I did an event a couple weeks ago with Target. They also, if you bring your car seat in, turn it in, they take 20% off if you purchase a new car seat, and I'm also the car seat technician for the city of Statham. Bexar County Sheriff Office let me partner with them, and I worked that event. The next picture, not going to steal that thunder, but it's a picture from Porch Fest. Then flip it over, it's the second annual Luncheon for Heroes into what happened last year in the county. The chamber put it on, but myself, the mayor, and Miss Nikki went and represented the city of Statham for that. But they asked for all the first responders to come up and take a picture, and that was put on and held at Bethlehem Church. And then the last picture is a lovely picture of Officer Nora in the crib of Officer Foster's baby, showing that she does like kids pretty well.
Yeah.
Any questions of the police department?
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Lieutenant Hood, very good job. Thanks to the police department.
Good evening, how are y'all?
We're great.
So for the month of September, it flew by quick. Repaired several water leaks, completed numerous daily work orders, done some folk workshop renovations in the spare time. We were busy with the setup and cleanup for the Sunflower Festival. That went pretty well. The new golf cart was purchased, and it was very useful in the Sunflower Festival. And in preparation for that, we improved several electrical items throughout downtown, replacing them. That's has went bad over the years, so that was a much needed upgrade. Met with EMI regarding the new Oak Street Spring project and done some finalization on some change stuff we wanted to see for the plans that would better benefit operations. We're looking, as it stands timeline-wise, to hopefully have the approval from EPD on those plans sometime late November, December. Once that's back to us approval-wise, we can put the project out to bid, and that'll go, and then we can award bid and then hopefully start construction sometime first of the year on that project, that ARPA project. So that'll be a very good improvement to Statham's infrastructure. Replaced a broken mainline water valve at the intersection of Broad Street and Dooleytown Road. That improved the fire flow and water pressure in the entire northwest area of the city. Valves are a very integral part of the distribution system. You don't see them. I mean, you might see the little metal caps and the valve markers, but those are very detrimental to the system, and you got to keep those operating. And this one happened to be broken shut, not allowing the full effect of that pressure into a certain area. So we got that replaced, and it really improved that area. Attended the final safety coordinator class, which was required for our insurance, and that allowed us to submit and meet the deadline for the 2025 safety and liability grant offered through GMA. And again, I believe we spoke on this before, but it's 5% of our premium, which is going to be somewhere around $7,000 of free safety equipment to the city.
That's good.
We ran both limb trucks throughout the month of September, and as you notice, I passed out, you'll see a new limb truck daily log that we've started. We've started the schedule of running 2 trucks in one day, once a week, on each side, cutting the town in half pretty much, and both trucks on one side of town. And we can knock it out in a day, and then the next week we go to the other side of town. And that's been working out pretty good. Hadn't had any complaints, and you'll see the amount of streets and loads that we've gotten. And I'm keeping this as a rolling log, and I'm sending that to Miss Cheryl and Joe and Kat up front as well. So if anybody calls in and got some questions, or when will they be down my street, or when did they last come down my street, we can have a record showing what we've done and when. And that'll just be a continuing log that will move on, rolling, going forward. So that's it's it for Public Works for the month of September. Any questions?
Y'all been busy.
Very busy.
Very busy.
Yeah,
Bless you.
appreciate it.
Thank you, Brett.
Thank you, Al.
Everybody got a copy of the mayor's report, pretty much some of the same activities that I do each month. I attended this, and I didn't put it on my mayor's report, but I did attend the first Bear Collaborative meeting, which was very interesting to be a part of that. But most of the things that you'll see are just my normal monthly things that I do. So that concludes my report that y'all have at hand. Committee reports. Does anybody have a report from their committee?
I got something. The blood drive is tomorrow at the 1025 church from 10 to 2. 10 to 2.
You give them blood.
If you want to sign up tonight, just see me after this, and I'll get you signed up. But if you don't, just show up over there, and they'll work you in. We've got a fair amount of donors right now, but we need more. So I appreciate it. People, you would respond. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Gonna have some good cookies.
I think so.
Okay.
And juice. Cookies
juice.
and juice.
Anyone else?
Mayor, for the tree committee, our next meeting is right here, October 20th at 6:30. Lee Clark, who's with Georgia Forestry, will be presenting. She has gone around and looked at tree inspection. She'll have that report for us. She's also been going through our tree ordinances, and she'll kind of give us an update on that and tell us kind of what to look for. We are going to have a big blowout, year-end blowout in December. It'll be at Councilman Patterson's house. All of you are invited. Date and time TBD.
I know nothing about
I'm just kidding, actually. Also, I want to mention the Porch Fest. Thank you all who came out. Bands had a great time. Food trucks had a great time. Nonprofits had a great time. We got 3 dogs adopted. We were hoping for number 4, but it didn't work out. But thank you all, everybody who came out, especially thanks for the police department. And that's it.
Thank you, Tim.
I'll talk. Can I talk?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, I just wanted to give a wrap up for the Sunflower Festival. We had a really good turnout, and I just wanted to thank some people. First of all, Betty for just doing such a great festival all these years. We really had a good framework to work on. The mayor, city admin, Nikki, Public Works, they did a lot to get ready. The council for supporting us, my events committee, and our volunteers, Lee, Mark, and Kurt, and the police department. They all did a super job like they always do. All the vendors, I know this year it was a little bit different with sign-ups, and they were pretty patient, and I think overall they we're happy with the way that the sign-ups went. The community for coming out, it was hot, but man, we had a lot of people out. I just wanted to thank everybody for that. Our next event is November 8th at 10 o'clock. We're having a Veterans Day event that'll be at the memorial. I hope everybody can come out. And then after that, we have November 29th is a Christmas in Statham. Starting at 3 o'clock, we'll have a gift market here, and then we'll have the tree lighting in Santa, which we haven't established a time, but it'll be probably around 6 or 6:30. So we hope to see everybody there, and thank you all for supporting the events.
Thank you, Christine, for leading a great Sunflower Festival, the first one. I think we did pretty good.
I think so too.
I think so. I need a motion to go into public hearing.
I'll make a motion to go into public hearing.
I need a second.
I'll second.
All in favor, show of hands. Okay. Want to go ahead?
Mayor and Council, this public hearing involves the alcohol sales permit by the drink for the Fajita Mexican Grill located at 1916 Railroad Street in Statham, Georgia 30666. As y'all are aware, in order to be able to serve alcohol on the premises, you have to be, there's certain distance requirements. You have to be a certain distance from houses of worship or schools. Fajita Mex is within 300 feet, I believe, or 300 yards, I can't remember the number. Bottom line is they are within the range of that because of the location of schools and churches. So every single year, they have to come before the city council and request a waiver for that. The waiver is only 1 year in time. It's not something that can be granted in perpetuity. So this is just the annual renewal of the permit that has, or the waiver that has been granted the last several years.
And the church is still okay with it in writing?
We've received no indication
Okay.
that the church has any objections to it.
Okay.
Okay.
And that's all there is.
All right.
I need a motion then to accept the application for the distance waiver.
Actually, Mayor, this is because this is a public hearing, we can't vote on it during
Okay.
public hearing. So
Okay.
this unfortunately will have to
After
wait.
the voting.
Correct.
Okay.
So-
All right, so for complete, then we need to come out of the,
Correct.
public hearing.
Make a motion to exit public hearing.
I need a second.
We don't get like pro or con talk about it, or do we just automatically jump out?
Well, I mean, we can open it up. Yeah, if anybody's here wants to speak on it, they can. So, Mayor, if you want to sound for the public, that's fine.
Sound for the public if anybody wants to come forward.
So now you can entertain a motion to come out of public hearing.
Like to entertain the motion to come out of public hearing?
Motion to exit public hearing.
Need a second?
Second.
Yeah, I'll second.
All in favor, show of hands. Thank you. We are at the point of our discussion items, and the first on the agenda is the American Legion. Vice Commander Rick.
Mayor, I'm Rick Ball. I'm with the Department of Georgia, Vice Commander for the state. I'm here tonight and I've talked to the mayor and Tim. We talk about veterans all the time, how we support veterans, how we help veterans, how we do everything for veterans and all this. I'm here to tell you, I'm trying to get together and working real hard on it, is Gold Star and Blue Star Mothers Memorial. Gold Star's Memorial is for all the mothers who have lost a child in active duty. The Blue Star Memorial is for all mothers who have children in active duty right now, today. I've been involved in 3 of them so far, Gold Star. I've done one in Social Circle, I've done one in Rutledge, and I've done one in Monticello. It's very emotional to have a mother stand up there and has a picture of a 19-year-old daughter who lost her life in Afghanistan. That's hard. It's really hard on them. And we all talk about veterans, but we don't ever think about the moms, you know, the mothers, our mothers, you know. So this year, I've been talking to Tim, been talking to your mayor. I've been talking to the Gold Star and Blue Star organization. They're both nonprofit organizations. Since Statham doesn't have a garden club, but they do have your environmental, so they were gracious enough to say, yeah, that would work for them. Both plaques, I would like to have them over by our Veterans Memorial. They're right up the street here. I'd like to have the Gold Star on one side of it and the Blue Star on the other side of it. And then we'll have a dedication service and everything, and I'll probably bring in our state commander and a bunch of state officers for it. It's going to be expensive. I'm going to look for support from some of our community businesses. I've already contacted one. I've got to meet with, or I have to set up a meeting with them to roughly get some money to support this. And a lot of them don't know that if they do make a donation to this Blue Star or to the American Legion, we're nonprofit, so any donation, they can take that money off of their taxes. So that's a big plus when you're talking, you know, looking at about $6,000 for both of them. And then it'll have to be installed, which I'm hoping the city could possibly install it for once we get it here. Just basically, it comes with a big iron pole, and the plaque itself is good size. It's not no little bitty plaque, it's a good size plaque. But that's what I'm here for tonight, is just to kind of get you all support on this before I start working and contacting other supporters. Tim volunteered to help me out with this, and I'm really looking forward to getting this. And it's not only just for Statham, it's for all Barrow County, because I'm sure we have parents, moms out there in Barrow County that have lost children. And this is in any war. This is just not today's. This is any war, back to World War II, Korea. Yeah, but it's for all wars. It's just not what's happening now. Like
From an economic development standpoint, this would be the only, or would be the first in Barrow County.
Be the first.
The closest to us right now is Watkinsville. Is that correct?
I believe so.
I mean, I don't know what's north of us or anything,
Yeah.
but I do know that those are down there.
Different
So it
counties.
would be, I think it'd be good for the city that we would have visitors coming in to see it.
And to see it here, especially, you know, our memorial, our American Legion post right down the road was a big involved in getting that set up. I remember the past commander, Mr. Perkins, that really worked out hard getting that all set up for all, you know, all the things that we have out there, the Big Eagle and all that. So I was around back when that was going on, but I wasn't anything. I've moved up with the American. A lot of you don't know, I've been a post commander down here at Statham for 8 years. After that, I moved up to district commander for the state of Georgia. I did 3 years as a district officer, and then this year I've moved up into the state office. I'm on 3 different committees this year, which is something else. I'm on the oratorical committee, which is about our children's contest about the Constitution. I'm on the legislative committee, which I'll take trips up to Washington to meet senators and congressmen, which is not fun, but and I'm also on the Legion Insurance Trust Committee. So I'm busy pretty much all the time, but this has got my heart. I mean, this is really, I want to do this. I just don't want to do it just for, say that, I've done it. I want to do it so we have respect for all the mothers and mothers that have children in right now. My daughter has. I got 2 grandsons in right now. I got one that's just came back from Poland, the other one's over in Kuwait right now. So this is very important to me. And I'd just like to ask, maybe we can get this growing and get your support, for doing this. Tim, you need anything?
Jody, is this something that the council needs to vote on, or is it just something that the city will agree to?
If it involves any level of expenditure over the financial threshold, yes, it's something that would require council approval. Additionally, depending upon where the memorial would be placed, if it's on any kind of public park area, I think it would probably be best if we had council approval for that.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'd like to have it on each side of our Veterans Memorial now. That'd be the prime location for it.
So it would be on city land.
And it's on city property.
So as far as the city, we're just looking at the cement, we're just looking at the assembling.
Assembling, whatever, the cement and whatever, minimum cost. I'm gonna try to get all the support from, like I said, all the businesses around here. Shouldn't be no financial for the city. It's just be something that'd be great for the city and for Barrow County.
Rick, I also would ask that you would meet with Brett, because his group would be the ones that would be placing it, to make sure that we place it where we can place it. It's not over utilities or anything like that. So, and Brett is our Public Works Director, so we'll be working with them.
Yeah.
But yes.
I gotta get the money up first before, to get the money up first, so we can buy all this. I don't have to, because there's tax involved, there's shipping involved. But if I get both of the plaque memorials at one time, I pay for one shipping. But if I order one week and then I order the next week, it's another, I think it's close to $150 for freight charges. So I'm trying to get them both together, trying to get all the money together and just order one big lot, so I don't have to pay too much for freight costs and taxes on it too.
Where are the plaques made at?
They're made out of bronze. They're huge. Social Circle's got one right on Main Street in Social Circle. If you ever get down to Social Circle, look on Main Street. They've got one to the left in their little park there. Rutledge has got one.
Where are they made? Are they made here in Georgia, or are they Tennessee, maybe?
I'm not sure where they're made of. I know the organization is out of up north somewhere.
Right.
And that's where their main corporate office is. But you have to go through and get approved and get their blessing on everything, so it's not, it's important. I think this is something that we need for, not only for Statham but for Barrow County and our surrounding areas, that says that we do support and recognize and the parents that have lost children and the parents that have children in right now in active duty in any branch of the service. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rick.
Appreciate it. Thank you for your service also, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah. You're doing it. I heard you're doing something for Veterans Day.
Yes, I'm involving y'all. You just don't know that yet.
You can get us involved.
Well, no, I've talked to Robert, so that and so I'll come over in the morning and look and talk with you as well. So, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Next on the agenda is the Statham Alert System. Cheryl?
All right, I gave you an update as far as if there's any increases from the time that we received the RFPs. The only one was text.my.gov, and you should have an email that I sent you of the increase. We have 3 vendors here for your review and awarding. They will be the list that we had before, with the exception of one removed because they never fulfilled their packet they sent in, but they didn't fulfill. So that's where we're at right now. The description, the initial email gave you all the information, what each company has to offer and the cost of it. So I really don't want to disclose any numbers here just in case this process has to go back out at this point. But if you have any questions, go ahead and shoot them.
Yeah, I already contacted you. I would like that other pricing from the GoGov. That was the one that we had the presentation on.
They never sent in a packet to begin with during the bid process. They never filed anything, so that's why they did not have any increase, because they did not send it in, so therefore they're not part of the award system.
Okay, can we reach back out to them and try to get that?
We'd have to redo the whole bid process. And that is an option. I mean, but at this point, we advertised it, we went to the due process, and these 3 vendors followed the process.
Any questions?
So down here at the bottom of both of these, the voice, text, and email per year, that's what we would send out, right? That's not like the total amount.
Yeah, that's part of your packet. So they give you basically bundles of
Okay.
what they're willing to for your minimum amount.
Okay, and this other one doesn't do the push notifications for the weather, correct? You have to go on and sign up for that separately. It doesn't automatically come with it.
So what that is you're going to have your notification, Nora. 2 of them, when you sign up, it's part of the packet. 1 of them, you have to sign up separately.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think I would definitely rather have one of the ones that automatically signs that up instead of having to go back and do something else.
Yeah, and it explains this, they have a setup fee, a one-time setup fee, and then you're gonna have an adjustment on your annual. So, a couple of them have a one-time setup fee, and then you have a staggering annual, or you're just gonna have a flat annual.
Any more questions? Okay, thank you, Cheryl. Okay, the third thing on the discussion of items is a business license amendment.
Thank you, Mayor. Members of the council, you have in front of you a proposed ordinance amending the city of Statham regulatory fee schedule and occupational tax rate schedule. So this came about because we approved it actually, I believe at the beginning of, either late last year or the beginning of this year, a revised regulatory fee schedule. Our regulatory fee schedule was very much outdated, needed to be updated. One of the regulatory fees that were included in that was regulatory fees for the coin-operated amusement machines. Upon further investigation, we have found buried in Georgia law, there's an actual statute that expressly prohibits regulatory fees being imposed against those. Apparently, the coin-operated gaming lobby is very powerful and wanted to make sure that that was not a tool used to make it cost prohibitive for them to exist. So we needed to update our regulatory fee to delete any regulatory fee related to those coin-operated machines. However, while we were doing that, we also wanted to take a look at our our occupational tax schedule. So there's actually two layers, if you can think of it this way. There's the business license application fee that you pay every single year. That is to get your occupational tax certificate. It's a flat fee. It's established every single year for the businesses. Once they pay that, then at the end of the year, there has to be an actual tax levied. And typically that is based upon the number of employees that a business has. Currently, we have, ours is again outdated, and it also has a built-in maximum ceiling of $250. No business license, or I'm sorry, no occupational tax can be higher than $250 according to our code. That is woefully out of touch with our surrounding jurisdictions. And so what I have done is I basically created a table, and this is a mirror image of the city of Winder. I figured that since it's the largest issuer of business licenses in the county, it is the largest collector of occupational taxes. They are a good barometer for what the market dictates. And so we've just basically copied their fee schedule. I don't know when they last updated it, but I know that this is their current rates. And then in section 3, we delete the $250 threshold. So those are the changes that are included in this ordinance, and I'm happy to answer any questions that y'all may have. And I should also say, this, if approved at the council meeting, would take effect starting for the renewals for 2026. So this is not retroactive. Not retroactive. This is not something that we would collect on 2025. This would only apply to business licenses and taxes due for 2026. So that gives businesses an opportunity to plan ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Any further questions? Okay. Hearing none, it is time for the citizens' input. Each speaker shall speak clearly and shall provide their name and address prior to addressing council. Citizen comments shall be limited to a maximum of 5 minutes per person, and no speaker may speak more than once. Speakers shall address the city council as a body rather than to any particular member, and shall refrain from personal attacks against any other person. The presiding official may limit or refuse a speaker the right to continue if the speaker continuously violates these rules of decorum.
Mayor, we have three speakers signed up. The first is Billy Hollingsworth.
Good evening. I have a little bit of paperwork that I'm going to hand you guys as well that relates to what I'm
Thank you.
speaking on tonight.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Again, good evening. My name is Billie Jean Hollingsworth. I live at 1835 Oak Spring Street, Statham, within the Statham city limits. Again, thank you for taking the time to speak with me this evening. I've lived in Statham for about 3 years off of Oak Spring Street, and this past Friday evening, my family and I were playing in our front yard, and my 2-year-old kind of made towards the road, and a car was coming at the same time and did not stop, did not attempt to stop. There's video that's been submitted to Statham Police. I believe they were speeding. We're unable to tell if they were speeding or not, and they just kept going. Did not, almost hit my 2-year-old. This is not the first complaint I've had of traffic on Oak Spring Street or State Road 211. I know State Road 211 is a state road. It's complicated with the city and the state. So a lot of my focus is going to be on Oak Spring Street. Prior to 2007, I've done some research. Prior to 2007, Statham Elementary could have about 500 students. Now it can hold over 1,000 students. Thinking that the average person has 2 kids, the population and drivers has then expanded as well, but traffic signals in that area have not expanded with that. With the increased traffic on Oak Spring Street, it is a dangerous, I guess, place to potentially live, which I don't think it has to be. There is one speed bump located at the other end of our street. I guess that's Dooleytown Road on the other side. There are children everywhere along the street though. With the subdivision, my neighbor is here. She has children. There are children 2 doors down from me, all throughout the street. And there's a lot of research that is within this packet that I've given you. There's also some communication that I've had with the Department of Transportation and also the City of Statham requesting traffic signals or something to be placed in our area. With the incident that happened on Friday, I wanted to come in formally in person to speak in front of the council, speak in front of our citizens, and hopefully have some kind of open dialogue to try to get some kind of speed something on Oak Spring Street, either in the form of preferably speed bumps, some kind of speed detection system. As you come down that hill, devil's advocate, maybe they couldn't see my kid. So it does take a pretty sharp down, maybe some blind drive signs, but I'm here just as a mother, just as a friend, just as a neighbor to say that is it my fault my child is in the road? Sure, I will take the parental responsibility to that. But if the citizens of Statham will not stop, if a child's in the road, I need something to protect my kids as the population grows, as there's more cars on the street. I know that funds are limited, very aware of that, especially at the end of a fiscal year. I already spoke to Brett Day earlier this morning, kind of relayed this information on the phone as well. But whatever process I need to go through, I'd like to start going through to get officially what's on there that I put that it warranted was the blind drive sign, since you probably don't know that my driveway's there, much less my children were going to be present coming down that hill, and speed bumps throughout the entirety of Oak Spring Street, definitely not just in front of my home, to protect all the children that are down there. There's even a school bus that has to do a U-turn from my street onto 211 to come back down. I'm surprised they haven't gotten hit yet coming, because the same thing, the traffic comes downhill into 211. Technically, you're supposed to slow down. Downhill traffic, it can be complicated with slowing down. That's kind of it. I know that was a little non-professional, but I'm just here just kind of hoping that we can, again, I know that funds, all this comes into play, but I'm on several social media pages as well. We're not the only street that's complaining. I do want to give a massive shout out to Statham Police. When I called for this and asked for a police report, I had an officer in my driveway in 2 minutes. And I was frantic and honestly borderline belligerent because my 2-year-old was almost mowed down. It was 6 inches away, and a car did not even, they just went. And they have worked with me with getting the police report. They've worked with me telling me that they were the ones that suggested I came to this city council meeting to get this started. They've 100%, I feel like, are on our side and are always wanting to protect our kids. And I just want to say they were commendable.
Hey, Brad, is that something we could put a speed bump on that side? I know there's one right there near Dooleytown.
Yeah, there's one on Dooleytown Oak Springs side. But yeah, it's something that we can look into for sure. I do know you have to be so far from the state route, which is fine. You have a large road frontage.
Yes.
So it helps you.
I think from the stop sign to the end of our property is 7/4 of an acre total,
This is probably
maybe a little more.
several hundred feet of road frontage there. So yeah, that's something we can look at for sure, and definitely size.
How about a possible blinking stop sign? There's not one there, something that's more visible when you're coming down to get your attention.
Yeah, we could look into that, but I think more or less something beforehand. I mean, they are, I guess, attempting to stop. I do know you mentioned that car even pulled out and didn't stop us.
I will say I was chasing the car down on foot because they weren't stopping, and I mean they almost hit my kid. And in the state of Georgia, minors, if they're hit by a vehicle, can't really be held accountable. It's not a thing. I've been a legal assistant and a paralegal in my previous careers, and so they probably knew that they were in the wrong, and I know I was in the wrong that my child got out of my yard, and that I take my responsibility as his mother that he should not have been that close to the road. But my neighbor is here as well. We both walk with our strollers up and down this road. If I had been walking up this road with my stroller with my 8-year-old on his bike, we would have been hit. If I had been pulling in my trash cans, we would have been hit. If I had been checking my mail, we would have been hit. If my dog ran in the road, we would have been hit. And getting hit by a vehicle when you're a pedestrian, even if you're only going 25 miles an hour, can be lethal. And I will say I'm a citizen. I don't know the correct answer here, but this has been these emails started at the end of last year when I first started.
I'm sorry, we're way beyond the 5
So
minutes.
sorry.
I tried to give as much grace as I could, but we're like at
I'm
8
so
minutes
sorry.
at this point.
Yeah.
And we will talk about this and look into it. Okay?
Thank you, and I appreciate your time, and I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Yeah, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Next is Michelle Smith.
Oh, boy.
Hello, I'm Michelle Smith. I live at 171 2nd Street. I had just a couple of things that I was wondering if we could do, possibly. When we come to the meetings, we have people come up to do this and talk about things that are happening to them, or they want to find out what's going on, so forth. And we have businesses coming up here asking to do this, that, and the other, and we never really actually hear what the end result is. So I was wondering, on the agenda for the following month, not that you have to speak it out or anything, if you could have like notes at the bottom of the agenda stating what the outcome was for that particular conversation, or, what approvals were done, or, if they weren't approved, and maybe a reason why, sort of thing. Just a thought process, because I know we've been coming, and sometimes we don't hear the end result of things. And I know you get the minutes and so forth, but we don't, if I'm just walking in here just to get some information, it's like, I just wondered if that would be a case, possibly. So, yes. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
And next we have Edmund Nelson. Oh, wait.
Oh.
Also, being a volunteer here, I was wondering at the city meetings if you had like a sign-up sheet with a package so people could see what you were going to be doing in the future and maybe sign up for those particular things at that time, and then maybe have somebody follow up with those people who signed up, and maybe have a quarterly meeting so that they could be kept up and feel as if they were part of something. I'm done now.
Great idea.
Okay.
Great idea. Thank you, Michelle.
Edmund Nelson.
Good evening, Council. Edmund Nelson, United States Marine Corps. Address is 342 Jefferson, Eddie Shack and everything. I also had a question for you. How long do you have to raise that money? Do you have a certain period of time?
I've got to the end of the year, so I've got to December 31st. Right now, it's, if I get it after December 31st,
I'll reach out to you. All right. So I did have some things I wanted to say, but I'm gonna look to talk to you guys at a later date, if that's fine. All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.
That's all that we have signed up, Mayor.
Thank you for coming forward and speaking to us this evening, and thanks for all the input. So I need to adjourn this meeting, so I need a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn?
I need a second. All in favor, show of hands. This meeting is now adjourned. Thank you for coming.
What did Eddie?